question. Why am I at college? Why do I need to be in college? Why do I need a college degree? That's definitely something I've asked myself. I don't know if you guys asked yourself that. And so we all have that trouble of staying in college the whole time. Because we just don't understand why we need to be in it. But I have 4 reasons why it's a good idea to stay in college and get the degree. The first one is to actually get a degree. I know that seems like a really silly reason, but it's true. We all know at least one person who gets paid a lot of money, never went to college. And I know at least 4 people who get paid a lot more money than me, but that's because I'm a college student. I can't work full time yet. But, you know, technically studies have shown that with a college degree, you do get paid more. And so why aren't we taking that benefit of getting paid? Like so much more money for working in our field, our chosen field even, than just being like, oh man, I don't want to do this, and then finding out you could only work at like McDonald's. Because that would suck. Nobody cool works at McDonald's. When the game is over, it is really just beginning. I feel like this quote really relates to college and the college experience because, let's be real, when college is over, you get your degree, then you get to go and do what you wanted to do this whole time. And you get paid doing it. I know this one seems a lot about getting paid, but that's because getting a degree equals getting paid more. And so we work all this time, we do 2 or 4 years of college, and we're just sitting there, why am I doing this? And we have to remind ourselves we're doing this because after we're done, we get to do what we love. We get to continue doing what we love for the rest of our lives until we're done with it and we think we need to do something else. Maybe there's something else we love more and we decide to do that later in life. Like all of a sudden we decide, hey, let's become a writer. Actually, I don't know many people who just decide to become a writer. Most of the time that's what they wanted the whole time and then they realize that they don't get paid for being a writer. But it could be a possibility. You could decide that. Reason number 2, experience. We've all lived at Mom and Dad's house and, you know, had the point where they made our appointments for us, they paid for our phone, they've made sure that we have a way to go from place to place. So we all need to get out of that bubble. We need to learn independence and responsibility and how to make our own appointments. I know I still made my mom make my doctor's appointment when I was home, but that's because I didn't want to go in the first place. She was making me go, and I was like, if I make this appointment, I'm purposely going to skip it because you don't know when I'm doing it. And so she laughed and totally made the appointment for me. But I had to make my own dentist appointment. And so we just need to become that person that is just fully reliant on ourselves, who's fully able to just go out there, be able to pay our rent, our cell phone bill, make sure that we always have gas in our car, that we're budgeting responsibly, and making sure that we're doing all that we need to do. My whole life has been one seeking experience, and why wouldn't it be? Experience is just different ways of life teaching us, hey, you know, this would be really good for you to learn. Like, hey, you should go out there, do some service, do volunteer work, because then you're learning how to do that. And experience is all you really need to get a good job. You need to experience everything. Reason number 3, how to learn. We all know how to learn from the get-go, but we also all have this intense, reasoning. Oh man, I'll just go to this class and then I can ask the instructor. I can go ask a tutor. We all have all of these people out there that we could easily ask anytime we have any sort of problem. In real life, when we have a problem at our job, we can't just go to the boss, hey, how do you do this? Because that's saying, hey, I'm not qualified for this job. I'm not willing to put forth that effort to go and figure out how exactly you do this. Instead, we need to go out there and We can just search. We totally have internet. We have just Google. We have Google there for any question we have at all. And why wouldn't we use that? So why do we think that it's okay if we just use other people to teach us this whole time we're at college? There's no reason. College was especially sweet because of the positive, hopeful atmosphere of a college campus. We all especially feel that way because we're at a BYUI campus. But if you think about it, maybe it's also thinking about your thoughts. When you think to yourself, man, I really don't want to be here, slowly that's going to become negative. And you're just going to think negatively about the whole college experience. You're just going, I hated that. Why did I do this to myself? Instead of thinking to yourself, man, I'm so glad I'm in college. I'm so glad that I'm actually doing something with my life and that I'm going to be able to progress from here. Reason number 4, meaning and purpose. We all go to college being one person, and most of the time we leave college being a totally different person, because while we're at college, we recognize things that we want to change. And we have the time and ability to change. And we use that every day. We're like, you know what? Let's go out there and do this today. I know I definitely became more social in college. I don't know about any of you guys. I figure everyone's changed at least somewhat because it's part of growing up. We change. Your life is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring. I don't know, but I feel like we have all had the thought of, what can I do to change the world? How can I use what I want to be to change the world? Teachers, they change the world by educating children. And through educating children, you're teaching the next generation how to be. And that's actually quite fantastic. I'm in video, and I can use video to just go out there, teach people different things, show people the world, and show them what's different about it now than it was like 50 years ago. Why we should go and put ourselves out there and do things. We've all had the thoughts of, oh man, I really don't want to go to class today, I'm just too tired, I really don't want to do homework because it's so boring, and we end up just like skipping it. We'll skip the class, we'll skip that homework claiming that it's not important, but in reality, we're just taking college for granted. There's so many people out there who don't get that experience that we get, who don't have the time, the money, anything to be able to go to college, so why are we taking it for granted? Our purpose awaits us at the end of the college degree, and we need to be ready for it. In order to do that, we need to think positively. We need to be responsible and become who we need to be. That's it.